What's up, you Relentless Warriors? Welcome back to Relentless Fit 365, live in Studio 5. Happy Sunday, chat. And I know it was kind of last minute, or it seems last minute, and I apologize for that. Just assume these days I'm going to try to come here at Sunday at 6:30 a.m. It was kind of hard to get this last thumbnail in, but I'll get into a better rhythm so I can see you guys sooner. But great to see people joining in. And Jesse, it looks like Jesse pushed it as soon as she saw it, so thank you for doing that. Good to see you, Kate, Anna. I see Teresa. I see Shishi and Susanna. And looking forward to seeing you guys as you start to pop in. I know a lot of you aren't going to be able to stay. Sunday morning is a little bit crazy for people for many different reasons, whether you're going to church or you're doing things with your family, or it's just 6:30 a.m. or even earlier in your world on Sunday. I get it. Real coffee today. Hope everyone's doing well in the world of constant struggle and battle and circumstances and situations where most people will look at it and say, it'll feel good to come home, sit on my couch, watch a little bit of Netflix, eat some potato chips, and take it easy. And yet here we are, day after day, continuing to click the videos. We call that the pathway of being relentless. And that's what I've seen you guys do all week. I have definitely continued to watch your comments and chats. I want to comment back. For some reason or another, I can't seem to link my Facebook on my smartphone with the discuss feature of the chat. So I'm going to work on that today. Newbie. I had that set up, but I had to like reset something, and it reset my entire Facebook account with discuss. So I'll figure it out this week. I have been reading comments. You guys have been leaving comments after every video. That is fantastic. That says, again, I said it last week. I'll say it again this week. It says a lot about what you guys are doing within the community and how strong the community is, regardless of where it's controlled. Community in its strength controls itself. And you guys have proven that. I know that the live workouts, they have the energy. It's a little bit different. Again, when the time comes, I will let you know when another live will be coming up. I'm looking forward to that. I do want to try to do that. Again, the daily live workouts, not so possible right now. But I'm going to do what I can to try to make other things happen. 6-hour drive. Keep it going. You got a 6-hour drive? That's crazy, Anna. Susanna's back with Shishi. LA, then Arizona. Good morning, Ninja. That's a long drive, by the way. Ninja, good to see you. It's nice to see people jumping in. Wonderful. Susan. That's weird. That's my mom. Hi. Hi, Mom. I don't see her on here very often, so thank you for joining in as well. All right, so this week we did superhero theme, and I know a lot of this, people have jumped back to a lot of the other ones. One of the most popular superhero theme ones is the velocity workout, mostly because of the intensity. Of course, Paprika was in it, so she's always a good gauge. If you could keep up with her speed, you're doing very well. If you looked at the velocity workout, I actually did it with her, as opposed to some of the older workouts where I had her do it and I just like stood there and tried to be a trainer. The velocity one, she really pushed it. That's the one I said, you set the pace and I'll kind of stick with it. It's a very good one. I'm curious what you guys thought of that one, on top of all the other ones. So it was superhero theme. I'm going back to other things this week. Again, usually you'll have more than one option. You can do both videos, you can do one or the other, but I'm trying to balance them, some shorter, some longer, and that's kind of the idea. As I get better with my own schedule, and I'll talk about that, and my own time as far as the way things are going in my life, there'll be other things that we can look forward to seeing as well. Within the playlist that I constantly talk about. I'm not going to talk about as much this week because I want to start producing as opposed to just spewing everything and not bringing it out yet. But if you have any questions about what's coming up, just ask me and I'll let you know what I'm working on. So yes, wonderful. Gracious, did I say that right? Gracious, thanks for joining in. Good morning to you too. Certified. Oh, by the way, yeah, that brought back memories, Kate. So, and Kate is certified. It was her idea, 2017 when we first started the superhero stuff, and she said we should do like a superhero certification, and I thought that was a brilliant idea. So if you finish this week, you are recertified, and I think we're going to get recertified every year. And this recertification is probably a little bit more difficult because I incorporated new stuff or harder superheroes and it built on top of that. Yeah, brought back memories. I like the Thor and Hulk, if I remember correctly. The Thor was more of a tempo strength, and it was one of my favorites actually. I brought a lot of those Thor moves back. One of the things about the superhero workouts I remember when I was shooting them was that it forced me to come up with creative moves that are sort of like different than what I'm used to. And the Thor uppercuts I still use today. So I love the Thor workout. And the Hulk one, of course, the Hulk one was a pretty good one too. I think there's a couple of them. There's a Hulk grip one that might be in there. That was in there this week. And then, of course, there's the actual Hulk workout, which is body weight mostly, but there's body weight strength and a little bit of tempo in there of like hit body weight movements. That was a good one. The Avenger is pending for this evening too. Ah, yes, yummy for that. We're so different. Those were my least favorite. I like Black Widow and Black Panther the best. Yes, and so I put in the revisited or the revised Black Panther in this one. If you guys remember last year when I did Black Panther, I did it on a 2010 tempo, and the way that move plays out, it took way too long, and that's another one where Black Panther, the ninja rolls to a little punch, that was invented during those as well. So that's another one I keep bringing back because I think it's fun for one, it's effective. And I think it's a really good movement if there's at least 40 seconds. I learned that the hard way because I did it on a 2010 tempo. Very upset with it, and I redid it. I figured you would like the Black Panther one. I knew you liked the Velocity one. Tenacious Jessie is she's got the volleyball killer instinct speed in her background. Jared, the Relentless Wolf, is in the house. Thanks for joining in, Jared. Anna likes Thor. I'm actually not surprised Anna likes Thor. You're a fighter, you're strong, but you also have good agility. Ninja, love the superhero workouts and was jealous I didn't do them because of the elite. Had to sneak in some velocity, though. Yeah, let me start. Yeah, a lot of people have started to redo the elite by my suggestion. Hopefully I'll have most of the elite done by the time you guys finish this first one. And redoing the elite, I remember Nina saying to me, she's like, it's no easier, but now I know what to expect. So it is still a challenge, and it's still something that kind of pushes you to your limits. But I do believe if you probably looked at back in the beginning, while it may not be easier, you're probably doing it better. Highly likely you're pushing yourself a little bit more than you did the first time. But elite will always be difficult. If you have not finished the elite and you're doing it now for the first time, still let me know, because there's still the Relentless Elite wall that we have on our website. That it's a small list, but it's earned. And when you complete the 4th week, let me know, because you have earned that crest. It's called. We called it in the military, crest. It's like a warrior badge to say you completed something. Yeah, I agree, Jess. Jessie's saying the revised one on the ninja was better, but she loved them both because she's just awesome like that. She probably did them both, knowing her. Susanna says she's incorporating 20-minute workouts with the AM. Today was dumbbell challenge number 2. That's fantastic. Yeah, the 20-minute workouts still hold their own. It's one of those things where I felt like if I don't think they have a shelf life, so to speak, or I don't think there's one of those things where like, okay, those are dead. People still go back to them, and I'm glad to see that. When you don't have anything else to do, I will always recommend, especially if you're struggling, I'll always recommend some sort of 20-minute workout. And that's where I think Relentless Silver plays a good role, because when you're feeling really down in the dumps and that happens and you just don't want to move, or perhaps can't move, or you're struggling to move, Relentless Silver will be a challenge. It's 10 minutes to 15 minutes, and it's lower impact, and you can expect to at least get your body moving, get the bloodstream going, and feel better, even if it's just a little bit better, certainly better than what you did before. And I think that's where it's at. Sometimes it's not about actually sculpting into anything. It's a matter of just saying, hey, I'm going to walk out of this workout just feeling from, I'm feeling like a 1. I'm down in the dumps. Even if you feel like a 2, you're still feeling a little better. And that's the idea. Jake, don't give any dates. I'm not giving any dates for the elite if you're talking about that. I can't stick to them if I did. That's why I'm kind of keeping it. I don't want to keep saying it without actually producing it yet. Just know that there are certain things that I am, hopefully going to get back into the game with. It's been 2 weeks. It feels like it's been 2 months, though, that I haven't done live workouts. It's funny because I come in here as a rhythm, and I don't have any issues in setting up and getting started and firing up the lights and the mic, and there's been no issues. So there's still like that mental rhythm that I love, but it's just not on the daily, and it's weird for me. So trust me, I'm still getting used to the way this schedule is. And if you guys are having any withdrawals, understand that I'm definitely having them, because I've lived this daily routine for 2 years almost. So understand, like that was a workout for me. Doing the live videos were a workout, in addition to the other workouts I got. So now I had to change my routine, because I started thinking, wow, it's weird. I feel like I feel different than as far as my recovery, because I wasn't getting the HIIT training in that I would get with the workout videos. So yes, I've been affected by this change. If you have too, I kind of feel your pain, so I had to adjust. It's highly likely I'll eventually find some sort of pathway to continue the way it was with the live. I just need to know where things are. My schedule is always, it's like this now, and I still don't know where it's going to be. So I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. I'm in the mood for a kettlebell workout. I did one, I think, in the entire lifespan of all the videos. I think I did one kettlebell. You know who gives the best kettlebell workouts? Sam, because she has a black heart of love. She's got fantastic kettlebell workouts. I'd highly recommend hers. I'm partial, though, because I love her. No elite for Susana. What? You can do elite. It's a matter of just pushing yourself. If it's a move you can't do, or if you think you have to stick with the tempo, don't worry about it. You just adjust. Now, I understand it can be frustrating, though. Elite is a lot of body weight stuff, and it's a lot of push-ups. I know I've talked about that. It's a lot of things that challenge, like, it puts you to limits, and I know that can be frustrating. So if the elite's not one, try the advanced. That's another program. It's pretty close to that level, but not as much. If not the advanced, do the intermediate. It doesn't matter. It'll keep program going, or just continue to stick with the week, because I'm going to be posting that every week. I'll be working on that today. And Jesse, I just read your last part where you said "Cue Evil Sam," and I didn't see that before because I was like looking at other comments. But yeah, I couldn't agree more. She's got the best. Chris, good morning and great to see you, bud. Hope things are going well with you and your family, and I hope your workouts are going well. Eventually, there'll be a time where I'm saying, hey, I got a Saturday. We're going to do a live workout. Be nice to bring some of that back, but we'll see how that goes. If I do bring some of them back, and I don't want to leave the impression that's going to happen all the time, I'll try my best to just say, hey, on top of what you have for the week, there's going to be a special live workout on this day. I'm hoping. I think it's possible. Holly and Denny are doing it too. We are pretty much on the same timeline together, a trio. That's actually awesome, Ninja. And she's talking about the elites. So it is better when you know somebody else is going through it with you. And so what it sounds like, you're keeping each other accountable, and you're kind of checking up on one another and seeing how the workouts are going. And that's actually awesome, because one thing I do know about this community, I know you guys work out. The reason why I know that is because you guys look phenomenal. I see pictures. Please keep posting pictures. I love seeing them. And, other people get motivated by that when you raise the bar. Again, you don't do it in like a gregarious way. It's more of a, hey, I completed the week. I'm proud of myself. And you're posting what you guys think is the worst of you. It's like after the workout, it's like, oh, I'm beat. But there's always like, for most of you, there's like this angelic, relaxed look. It's like, you don't even look like you did the workout, but I know you did. My point is, if that's your bad, you guys look fantastic. Yes, I'm sucking down the coffee. So I drink coffee 4 times to 5 times a week these days. I've gone, I don't know why I stopped, well, I do know why, and I'll talk about that at the end, because I don't want to seem like, but I'll talk about it at the end. My energy levels are different, and I forget that I don't even drink coffee. But yeah, afterwards I'll talk about why that is. It's not because I think coffee's unhealthy. I think it's fantastic for you. I think you can overdo it just like you can just about anything. But yeah, I didn't drink any coffee yesterday. I did have some, I believe, on Friday, but today I needed it. All the week caught up, and my schedule is basically early every day at this point. Oh, poor Jake. That's not what I'm saying. All right, I'm missing comments while I'm rambling on. I need to figure out today's workout yet. Well, Chris, I hope it's great, and keep up the good work, though. And again, many of you, as members on the website, and I know I open this up to the entire community, but if you're not on the actual website, this isn't going to make sense until you are. So it isn't a way of like dangling a carrot over you. I'm just saying, like, this is one of the features that's on the website. Many of the members on the website have started leaving comments below the video on Relentless Fit 365. And that's a big thanks to a lot of you who just got it started. Jesse, I think, got the ball rolling, and then everybody just jumped in, and they're posting their pictures. And it's kind of like a Facebook connection, and you can actually use your Facebook account to like link to it. So when you do the workout, check in and say, hey, this is what I did. You're not going to get hate on this community. That's one thing I can tell you. Got a lot of people here, very encouraging. A lot of people here who I consider fitness gurus themselves. I was thinking about this like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, reading a lot of the comments and some of the education behind a lot of your fitness. I don't know if you just got it from this channel or if you've been just years of fitness, and that's what I'm thinking, years of fitness and experience. A lot of your suggestions are just right on point, or a lot of your knowledge in fitness right on point. So there's a lot of fitness enthusiasts on here, but not just like, okay, I decided I'm going to go on Instagram and post selfies, so I need to learn about fitness. It's not like that. It's I live this, so I've learned this, and the suggestions are great. So keep it up, guys, because that definitely helps others. Angelic, relaxed look. You mean the I hate Jake for killing me face, but we come back for more pain the next day. Yes, Nina, I'm talking about that. And you're one of them, where it's like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh. It's like, you don't even look tired. Dennis. I almost skipped you, Dennis, but I didn't mean to do that. Dennis, thanks for joining in, bud. Hope you're doing well. I know you're doing the workouts because I'm seeing you. Jessie is our leader in getting started on posting the website. Yeah, she's definitely take charge, and I love that about her. A lot of you are. I don't like saying the alpha thing. I just feel like many of you are leaders, whether internally or in life, and that says a lot. I think anybody who's willing to like put themselves through struggles and pain has leadership abilities, and I think there's many directions of that. But yes, I saw Jessie on the obstacle course in Spartan last summer and how she just took control even when she was struggling. That says a lot about the character. Anna, someday you're going to love cats. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday you're going to love those cats. Dennis says he's doing great with the workouts. I enjoyed throwback workouts yesterday. I'm glad you appreciate those. There's a few things that are a miscue in my opinion. I'm just going to be honest with you guys, and this is on my end. I know that some of the videos that I'm putting on there are straight from public on YouTube, where you're getting ads and stuff. I can only apologize now for it, but there's not much I can do at this point. Eventually I'm going to try to like find a way where the ads are taken off while you're, I know there's a way to do it. I canceled the Vimeo account because I just didn't like, how it didn't perform. Vimeo was originally what a lot of these videos were on, where it was ad free. So nobody's complained about it. And I try to keep those ads to a minimum. I go through those videos, so that's just my pet peeve. I'm working on that. So if you had an internal complaint about like, there's ads on this, yeah, I know. Some of those you're going to get them, but not all of them. And I'm working on it. Yeah, and she's going to love MMA too, right? Anna's the one person that I don't know if I can ever get, I don't know if I can ever convert her to appreciate the MMA stuff. Like most people, I've had a lot of clients who originally started hating it, and then they go through like month 2, month 3, and then they finally start to get the rhythm, and they're like, wow, I get it. And once you get the rhythm, you feel fantastic. It's just hard. I still feel like if Anna were on this training floor and we went through a month of this, she'd eventually start to love it. I don't know. I could be wrong. Spicy Subin! Thanks for joining in, Subin. Thanks for being here. I hope you're doing well, too. Thanks, Chris. Chris says he don't mind the ads on YouTube if it supports me. And it does. It's the little things that kind of keep that channel growing. And it's one of those, like, YouTube changed the way they did the ads, and I didn't realize that maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. And sometimes they just change things and they don't tell you. And so I didn't realize I had control, but what they did is they took initiative to like put ads throughout the video, and I haven't fixed all of them. Meaning like there's weird ad breaks in between like a HIIT training thing. And so I'm going back and I'm fixing a lot of that stuff. I know there's major videos out there that have like 6 ads, and some of them had more. So I'm trying to pull that back, but I do appreciate that, Chris. And you guys have been very supportive. I absolutely hate the ads on YouTube. It's a great exercise. It's a great exercise for breathing. I guess for staying calm. Yeah, sure. Once I got my heavy bag, I loved MMA and kickboxing. It's actually punching something that makes it better before I hated it. And I remember that, Nina. And I think I remember suggesting to a lot of you to get a heavy bag, maybe even a speed bag if you wanted to. The speed bag is a timing thing, and once you get the rhythm of that timing, it becomes like therapeutic. And most people who get it understand, yeah, at some point you realize, man, my shoulders are killing me. Yeah, for the last 3 minutes you had them up here, and you're basically just working, anterior and posterior delts the whole time. A little bit of traps in your lungs, because it is kind of like a sort of cardio workout too. Would love to stay and listen to the chat, trying to get everyone ready for church. Have a great day, Warriors. Jen, you too, and I appreciate your post. I just recently saw it about the butt stuff. I love that too. It was hilarious. You're going to have to go on Facebook and the community page to check it out. Jen, have a good weekend. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I'll practice my punching with a cat. That's not nice. She said she was just kidding. I'm too scared to get near the cats. Anna, how do you feel about like big cats like jaguars and tigers and what's another cat? Cougars, lions. I don't know. I'm just curious. It's the big cat family. Um, the house cats. I don't know. I love them because they have the same type of like demeanor in on a like a micro perspective though. So like as while a jaguar will be ready to pounce on like its prey, you know, a little kitten will like try to pounce on some little furry toy, but it's still cool to watch. I'm trying to sell it. I don't know. I don't think I am. Miss you all, and morning has not been quite the same. I went back to 2018 March workouts and started those going on week 3. Fantastic, Sabrina. Yes, I do miss the mornings as well, and it's still a routine I'm not used to. It's still one of those things that it feels empty, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take me. I don't know if even I want to get used to it. You know, at some point, if we can merge it back, I will. I just can't promise it, and I won't because I don't want to break that promise. But you're not alone, and I appreciate you kind of looking at the rest of the videos that are still out there, and you're sticking with it, and that's what I want to see. I've always struggled with enjoying MMA. This is coming from Chris. It always seems hard for me to get a good workout. Yeah, and it's probably me, though. Sometimes, you know, I can understand what you're saying, though, because some of it is a form issue. It's perhaps that you're not getting full body. Most people, when they think punching, they think just arms. And so I'll stress a lot to pivot on your hips. You know, stay on the balls of your feet. So you know, left and right, and you're working calves. You're working your glutes. You're working your hamstrings, even quads. And even on the boxer shuffle, people have a hard time just shifting back and forth. But it's one of the reasons that, you know, I like it so much because it's a low impact, kind of like HIIT training, where you're not doing crazy jumps, you're not doing crazy moves that are hard on your body with high planks and low planks and things like that. However, I do incorporate that sometimes. But it is something that will be total body, and it probably is a form thing. Always keep in mind, you're flexing your core, you're keeping that supported, and you're using your entire body for the punches. But it takes time. It really does. And in some cases, I'd almost have to see video of it, Chris, to see whether or not you're actually doing it correctly and getting the most out of it. And the better you do get out of it, or the better your form is, the more you get out of it. And there's certainly truth to that. But yeah, that's a lot of people's complaints when it comes with MMA and kickboxing stuff. Butt stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ninja, you'll have to be on Facebook, but I understand you're taking a break from Facebook. I don't blame you. So I won't be able to keep up on there anymore. But maybe Jen can post it on the website. And the website, I think you were on it a few times on that comment section. You can also join it. You don't have to be on Facebook to join the discussion discussion section on the website. There's other ways to go on there. So if you have any questions, send me an email. jake@relentlessfit365.com. Susanna's going to keep Facebook to keep for cats networking, and that's pivotal. And she's always trying to save cats. I love that. Okay, enough about MMA. Next subject. Got it. All right, I will talk to you. Here's no more MMA for now. But we'll bring it back. We'll eventually try to convince you. I'll always try to convince you. I don't know if I'll ever be successful, but I'm always going to try. You're the first person to ever introduce MMA workouts. This is from Sabrina via videos. Though it took a few workouts to get used to, but I absolutely fell in love. MMA is probably one of my favorites. Okay, that was the last subject on MMA, but thank you, Sabrina. And it is one of those things, like I said, once people get it and grasp it, they probably tend to love it, but that's not in every case. It will have to be on the website. Yeah, if you guys are continuing to share on the website, I appreciate it because that's where most of the members will be able to see it. But Facebook, the community, that's all good stuff too. And you guys are using all the tools necessary to keep pushing one another. And that's all I'm going to say at this point is just keep that up, keep pushing. Looking forward to another week. There's always going to be some sort of like new challenge. I'm trying to dig videos up that it's been a while and you're like, whoa, that's a throwback. Also coupled with other things that, you guys were, you were involved in a lot of the live stuff too. So the new weeks, I'm actually getting a lot of feedback on the way these last couple of weeks have been. Many people have loved them. I'm not going to lie, I'm sort of surprised about that. While the energy in the live, I don't think there's any way you can actually replicate that. But one thing I will say about this new style that we're doing is that it does give you more of a selection, more of a base. And one of the major comments I'm getting is people love to see, how the week plays out. And I'll always do my best to make sure I have the entire week laid out for you so you can see where you want to go and you can always adjust it yourself. Those are just my suggested workouts for the week. And I try to balance them Monday through Saturday that way, but you certainly don't have to do that. But yeah, I was very surprised on the feedback certainly positive feedback on the way that was. I've gotten several emails this week that I have not had a chance to respond to. So many of you who probably asked me this may not be in the chat right now, or you might and you're just not commenting. But I'm going to answer that here, and then I'll do my best to go back to those emails and sort of regurgitate everything I said. But people are asking about what I'm doing also in addition to this. And I explained it a little bit last week. I'm assuming some people didn't have a chance to watch that video. But it's a company called ARPWave USA. ARPWave USA is essentially neural therapy. What does that mean? It means it's connecting your nervous system, your brain to your nervous system, and being able to connect your brain to the muscles that are working. So essentially what that is when people are going through injuries, in most cases, the therapist will treat the injured part of their body, whatever pain they're going through. That's what's being treated. What neural therapy does, and specifically what ARPWave does as a machine, is it doesn't treat the symptom, it finds out the why. So what it's able to do is it's able to go through the nervous system and it's able to find where that pain point started. And so when you can find out where the pain part's coming from and you can actually connect a current going through your body, it's able to wake those muscles up. Let me put it in a better way. So if, let's just say your lower back is hurting, that may not be, and I've talked about this, years ago, that may not be the major problem. That's just the end point of where your pain is. Your pain may have started all the way down by the lower part of your knee, or even down by your calf, your gastroc. Something might be pulling there that's causing all that pain to go up and shoot to your back. Not in every case will you be able to detect that unless you have this specific ARPWave that goes through with a sponge and with current, and it finds out where those we call hot spots. And what a hot spot is, and I've been learning more and more about this, is it's essentially cellular disruption location. What does that mean? It just means that your brain has learned a compensation, meaning like if you have learned to keep your leg out, it's a compensation because one muscle isn't firing properly. So that being the case, you won't know that until you go through this and realize, hey, this muscle isn't firing properly, so my form is off, and my left hip is now, it's at an adduction where it's higher than my right hip, and that's causing my lower back pain on my left side. What this does is when you have current going through you, you correct the form as they're doing like squats, or they're doing something like lunges or things of that nature, and the brain starts to reactivate that muscle that was under cellular disruption. It wasn't firing up. Now it's able to start working again. And of course, sending current through it, it increases blood flow. It actually wakes your muscles up. It actually feels fantastic. One of the things I will say about this, and it may not be making a lot of sense now, I'll slowly go into detail the more I learn about it. I've been training as well. Now my goal is to be training others, and that's coming very quickly as soon as next week. So I've been taking crash courses in my brain on it. But I've loved it. I've loved to see the effects of it. We did a kind of like a pre-training with one of the doctors, and it was a wonderful experience. And he was a podiatrist, so a lot of people coming in with foot problems. It was cancer patients or cancer patients in remission, but perhaps leukemia. Leukemia was one of them. He was in remission, but he had a lot of foot pain. And we would ask him what their pain levels were, 1 being lowest, 10 being highest, and 90% of them were coming in with pains of 10. So we put them through the ARP wave, we put them through movements, and within just one session of the ARP wave, they're down from a 10 to like a 4 or a 2. And we even said, well, one guy stood up and he's like, I'm a 0. And now it doesn't last, but what it does is it alleviates pain from almost usually 80% of what you're going through. And when the pain does come back, it usually comes back a little less. And as they come back and they do more sessions, the idea is to continue to work those misfirings, basically, those broken circuits, I started calling them, in your body. As it like refires and rewires those broken circuits, the pain starts to go down, they start to feel better, and they go from a 10 to a 6 to a 4 to a 1 to a 0. And I've seen that in such a short period of time. There's something that was surprisingly rewarding to me. I didn't see it this way when I first started, and to be able to see people of all sorts of ages, 80s to 60s to 20s, even teens, coming in with major problems and leaving with a big smile on their face, just relieved of pain. That's what I'm doing right now, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So I'm only explaining a lot of that just to answer the questions that were coming in on emails. What is this thing you're working with? You'll probably hear more about it. It's actually a startup company, and there's a lot of things that we're learning. I'm honored to say I'm the first traveling trainer they have, and so there's a lot of like guinea pigging going on, and so I'm learning as I make mistakes and as they're learning on how this is going to work. But it's still been a blast. I digress. That's basically what's going on. If you have any other additional questions, I'd be happy to answer them, though. Surprisingly, and I saw some questions, I'm going back to that. Back to your questions. If you have questions, I'll answer others, though. And what does it cure? It's hard to say, but you'd be surprised on how well it works. That's all I'm going to say. You'd be surprised on how well it works. From migraines to plantar fasciitis to rheumatoid arthritis. By the way, with my sister having rheumatoid arthritis, you bet your bottom dollar I want to get her on this machine. So the first chance I get. It's not nationwide yet in the States. It's not worldwide yet, but that's the goal. That's where the office here has been very ambitious to try to get it to grow. And hopefully through the summer, you'll see it grow quite fast. Anna, what are electrolytes? I think that's how you spell it. Backpacking 60 plus miles. Yes, you need to replenish your electrolytes. What are they? They're the essential building block of your energy levels, just to keep it simple. You can get them through just about anything in the side of, I hate to say water, but you can get it through water. There's certain waters that have electrolytes. There's certain Gatorades that have electrolytes. When you're going 60 plus miles of backpacking, make sure you have that. There are other supplements you can get in packets with electrolytes that you can put in your water. I'd recommend all of those. When you're on the trails, you need something that doesn't take up a lot of space. I used to carry electrolyte packets that would basically go back into the system, replenish, rebuild, and give you the energy you need, replenish your salts, replenish things that you're breaking down as you're going in long distances. And it's essentially you're recovering your energy levels. Interesting story about electrolytes. Years ago, and it's not just because I'm a Gator fan, but it is because I'm a Gators fan. Florida Gators invented Gatorade, and I know a lot of people have their own opinions about Gatorade, but they broke the mold on what electrolytes really were. And a lot of their scientists started doing tests where they wanted to, and it was specifically for their football players, They wanted to find a way to help replenish their electrolytes during gameplay. So they developed a drink that would, stimulate that and give them quick electrolytes back in their body. And the quickest way was liquid form. And Gatorade was born. All right. I'm not promoting Gatorade. I'm just saying, and I'm not promoting the Gators. But Florida Gators did invent Gatorade. And that's electrolyte water. ARP Wave has worked great for me. That's my mom. I have put her through a couple of treatments, I think 4. And she I hope she doesn't mind me saying, she goes through plantar fasciitis. And, the pain subsides. It comes back, but it's a little less. And I have definitely seen things get better for her. We're going to go to a different type of treatment now because she's on another level. And that's a good thing, too, when that happens. Thank you. And Sabrina already answered it for me. I went in way too much detail. Didn't even have to. Nidhi Sharma. I hope I didn't butcher that name. Hi. Thanks for joining in and good to see you. Gina's here. How you doing, Gina? Thanks for jumping in, too, on a Sunday morning. It's morning here. So wherever it is at your time, thanks for being a part of it. I'm a big fan of you. Just started a beginner level and already seeing some difference. Sharma, thank you so much. And I'm glad you're pushing yourself. The beginner things, don't let that fool you. My beginner workouts are harder than most. So if you're doing it, keep up the good work. You're doing it on a great level. And I'm not saying that my beginners are harder than most to brag. I'm saying that because I know the levels of you, a lot of you that come to this community being a part of this are on a different level. Most of you are not beginners. So people are like, this isn't a beginner workout. I know that. It's a beginner workout to be a relentless warrior. So a lot of you had to be in shape to get here anyway. So thank you, Sharma. And you keep up the good work. Coconut water is a good suggestion. Thank you, Sabrina. That's a good one. One I overlooked. I love coconut water, by the way. I love flexibility. I'm jumping down. I'm missing a lot of comments. I'll do my best to catch up now. I love flexibility of the new weekly workout setup. I'm thriving with it. That's awesome. Those are really powerful words. The way this setup is right now. I know others have been going through live withdrawals, but I guess I'm the oddball. No, you're actually not. I've not seen a lot of, I know there are some withdrawals. I am one of them. But no, most people have told me the opposite. You're not the oddball. You may be an oddball, but not for those reasons. And I mean that as a compliment, Jesse. I don't drink any of that. I literally just drink water with lemon and tea. You can get electrolyte water. I think Smart Water does it. I think Fiji has electrolyte water. There's a lot of waters out there that actually have electrolytes. I used to be a big fan of Smart Water, but I stopped drinking it for a lot of other reasons. I didn't like some of their company stances on things, so it's just how I am. I'm sorry. But there's many other electrolyte waters you can have, and you don't have to drink any of that other stuff. Yeah, there are, and again, there are electrolyte packets. I can't recall a brand right now. I'll have to look. But if you Google it, you'll eventually see like camping things and a lot of endurance stuff that you're going through. You're certainly gonna see a lot of the electrolyte things you can put in water. Same deal. They don't, and most of them are flavored. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of flavored water, but a lot of people don't like water unless there's flavor. And I see my mom saying Propel. Propel is one of those that have electrolytes and they do have flavor. So if you have some people struggle with drinking water, and so Propel is a great option. It's a Gatorade. Not everyone likes Gatorade, but hey, it works. Nidhi Sharma, me and my 3 sisters follow you. Love from India. Oh, that's awesome. All the beautiful people in India, thanks for following. Thanks for being a part of it. And thanks for for putting your body through fitness and getting into better shape. That actually means a lot on many directions and many dimensions, I should say. We got exhausted after round 1, but now we can do 3 rounds. Isn't that inspiring though? You see your progress as like, this is where I was on week 1, but now look at where I'm at. And the videos play a part in that, but I feel like it's harder to do the videos than like come to a gym and be trained by somebody. So your dedication, and I can say this about all of you, your dedication is on another level. And many of you who have resorted to videos, it was because you didn't like a gym environment. I totally get it. It's one of the reasons I have to be in this studio. I work out here. I don't go to a gym. This is my gym. So I understand why many of you get frustrated with a gym, so you start pushing through video. I just feel like it takes a tremendous amount of dedication to keep going back and hitting the play button when you don't really necessarily have the accountability, although this community is changing that. Great job, Sharma, and your 3 sisters. Keep up the good work. I love emergency when I'm sick. Yep, I've had that before. Good stuff. Emergency does do a fantastic job when you are sick. And even when you're not sick, it's good stuff. Awesome. Well, I don't see any other questions. I don't see, if you have questions in regards to the format, I know this is week 2, but again, I'm very proud of how you guys have stayed true to the community. You have stayed true to your personal workouts. You've stayed dedicated, and that's important. It's not just important to me. It's certainly important to your fitness. It doesn't have to be anywhere else. I mean, it doesn't have to be here. It could be anywhere else. But you chose this community, and you continue to invest in this community. One thing I'll say is that if you invest in this community, it will invest back in you because there's so many other people who have been giving back. And I love to see you guys get back. And I think you guys, through each other, have gotten back with energy. And I love to see that. So keep up the good work with that. Expect this week's workout schedule to come up later this evening. I'm sorry, it's going to be in this evening, but at some point I'll have it up a little bit quicker so you guys can peruse it and be ready for it by Monday. But it will be up later this evening, and I'm looking forward to another great week. Again, I will try to get more involved in the chat. I need to see how I can link my silly phone and not be such a noob to the discuss section. I don't know why it's not reading my Facebook account. I use the password that I always use, and it wouldn't take it. So I'll have to see if there's another way I can log back on and make comments. There's several I wanted to comment back, and it would continue to kick me off and not let me. So maybe I just won't sync Facebook. Nina, who needs a gym when you can look amazing just working out with Jake's videos? Thank you, Nina. You guys are too kind to me. You guys have a great Sunday too. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for being a part of this community. You keep up the good work. Keep investing in yourself, and when you invest in yourself, you're able to invest in others as well. If you're having a hard time investing in yourself, invest in others, encourage them. You'll be surprised on how that comes back to you. If you're struggling with working out, it's okay. Keep surrounding yourself here. Keep seeing other people's success. If it's somebody that you appreciate, it's somebody that you respect, eventually that's going to come back to you, and you're going to remember. Your brain is going to spark your body to start moving again, and it's going to get you out of that sludge or that slump. I promise you, if you stay in the fight, it'll come back to you. Guys, thanks for watching. Always remember, eat healthy, train hard, most especially have fun. I'm Relentless Jake. You remember to stay focused, stay dedicated, and I'll see your beautiful faces next week, hopefully Sunday at 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If it's a change, I'll let you know. I'll try to get it up early. But in spite of that, you guys still got here. All right, I'm out. Bam! A few more comments before I go. I don't really need the gym. Your videos are too impressive. I lost 2 kilograms an inch. You're superb and doing great. Thank you so much. Nidhi Sharma, thank you very much. And 2 kilograms, congratulations. You keep up the good work. And you're getting fitter, and you're probably feeling better and that's rubbing off on other people in your life, and you're going to be the guru that everybody comes to. So keep spreading that, because that makes a big difference, not just in your life, but other people's lives as well. You are not my friend, but your posts are public. Interesting. Okay. My posts are public. Well, I'm everybody. I see what you're saying on Facebook. We're not friends. My posts are public. You know, anytime I share something, I do that on purpose. You guys have an awesome week. All right, guys.